All right, I just closed the door, so we have no putting my phone down, mute, all good. All right. Ready?
Do you just upload it later?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah, I put it on my computer, then I have my team do some editing, and then I'll upload it.
Cool. Sweet.
So when you talk to me, just make sure you talk to whatever the camera is. My camera is right here. There you go.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right. All right, cool. Here we go. With 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Hey everyone, Rico Rivera here with Silicon East Real Estate powered by Guide. And today I have one of my really good friends, been friends for over 10 years, maybe 15 years now, man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. Goes by PK for me, but his real name is
Patrick Kelly. And then at work, they call me Mr. Kelly, or they call me Shehan Kelly.
Ooh, Shehan Kelly.
Yeah, it's got a little zing to it.
I like it. I like it. So Patrick, Mr. Kelly, Shehan, aka Shehan Kelly, have a lot of respect for you, bro, and for what you do. Martial artist, it's amazing. I've learned more about it in these last 10 years, probably than ever before. And I've really learned how it changes people's mind and self-respect. And so that's part of the reason why I wanted you to be here today. As you know, more than ever, there's kids that are having issues with mental health. And I know that just talking to you personally, that you're there to help, not only in the physical aspect. A lot of people think of martial artists as like physical kicking and punching, but there's more to that. So talk to us, man. Talk to us about that.
So yeah, so number one is you're completely right. So, everybody associates martial arts with physicality, which is, it's true. But also there's the biggest part in reality is really like the mental aspect. For all of our students, I want them to be strong, but even more so, I want them to be like mentally strong even more, because they're going to use their mental martial arts more than they use their physical martial arts. So we talk a lot about character building skills. We up on the wall in the back, we have the principles of the black belt, which is like modesty, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, courage, indomitable spirit. And all of those aren't just like karate words. Those are all like just kind of words, no matter what you do. Good words to live by, right? So that's one thing that we convey a lot. We have a message of the week that we do every day before class, which is all about character building. I think this one is good attitude, not just defining a good attitude, but how do I do that? Do I, right before I start my day and I walk out the door, I take that second and put myself in check and tell myself, I'm going to do my best, to have the best day possible. And then I can either take a physical bow and empty my cup, or I can take a mental bow and empty my cup. And it's, whether you do martial arts or not, it's just kind of like a good way to put yourself in the right mindset.
I love that, man. And I just thought about what you said. Take a physical bow and empty your cup, or a mental. And emptying your cup makes so much sense, because just as a human being and a professional and a business owner, you have to come into every new relationship every day with an empty cup, in the sense of you can't bring your problems from this side to this side. You see what I'm saying? So you can't bring your problems at home to work, or your work problems to home. So I totally understand that concept. Now, I wanted to ask you, because it's obviously been crazy because of the pandemic, but how have you seen the kids that you're dealing with, or kids outside of your world, of change in their mental health?
So, I think number one, everyone, especially kids, are like dying to interact with other people, so, that's what we give them the option to do, is come here and interact, and be able to see each other face to face, and being stuck inside for such a long time. And by the way, during the whole pandemic, we would do like Zoom classes, which was good. So we found a way to connect, and they want to connect. They want something to do, so, and also we have like the luxury and this really cool opportunity to give back to the community, whether it's the Elk Grove, Carmichael, greater Sacramento area. And we do a lot of school talks. We do a lot of assemblies. I'm not saying this to brag. I've done like hundreds, but because I've been here for such a long time, and it's something that it's not like I'm supposed to do. It's something that we like to do. All right. Because we don't charge for it. We do these assemblies. We do school talks, talking about character development, talking about the mental martial arts. And that's like the strongest part of what we do. Anyway, we haven't been able to do that a lot during the pandemic. So we've been doing like these Zoom calls with classes and stuff. We actually been able to get back into some of the schools. But to kind of circle back to your question is, kids need an outlet. They need an outlet. They need to move around a little bit, and we offer them that outlet, whether it's on Zoom or it's in the school. And I mean, we were teaching at the park, we were teaching in the parking lot, we were teaching in the dojo, we were teaching on Zoom, and, we made it work. And luckily now we're back in the dojo and everybody's having a good time and rocking it. And they're just they're glad to be back to normal.
Now, if I was a parent, which I am, and I had young kids, or any kids, why would I bring them to Kovars? I didn't mention it earlier, but you're with Kovars and you've been doing that for a long time. But why would I take the time to bring my kids there? What do you think would help in a scenario like this?
So you know what? First of all, anybody that trains in the martial arts, whether it's Kovars or not, it's awesome. Of course, coming to our school, we've Mr. Kovar has been a great role model to all of us, and then we basically pay that forward. One of the biggest things why you take your kids to our school is just the character development. We're a very family oriented school. There's a lot of families. We teach kids. We teach Little Samurai, which is like 4 to 6. We teach juniors, which is like 7 to 12, and we have teens and we have adult classes. All right. So we have a lot of families that train together. It's very welcoming atmosphere. A lot of us have been here for a long time, and we genuinely care about our families, and what they do in and outside the dojo. We don't want you just to come in and we'll teach you and you're gone. Like we, especially myself, and I know all the other instructors, it's like we care about our families. We care what they do. And we do a lot of things, with kids that have maybe some like disabilities. We work a lot with kids with disabilities, and we have a lot of what we call mat chats where parents will ask us, for advice, and we're just there to assist them. Whatever the parent needs, we're there to basically back them up and help them. And that's a really big part of what we do.
I love that, man. That's amazing, especially because even when I was growing up, my dad would tell me something and I wouldn't listen, but somebody else would tell me the exact same thing and I would listen.
Yeah.
It's like that.
It's like with my kids, I have to have the other instructors tell my kids, and then they'll listen to them. It's, but it's totally true. It's sometimes it's like parents will have as much, if not more knowledge than us. But since we're like that outside influence, they're like, okay, you know what? We have a instructor, Mr. Duarte. It's like, Mr. Duarte said it. Okay, now it's cool. So it basically, it's like the parent will say it. And sometimes it's like, hey, you know what? It's like, oh, you're just mom, you're just dad. But then when it's reconfirmed by someone else, and it could be an instructor, it could be a teacher or coach or whatever. And it's like, okay, I guess it's true.
Yeah, I agree. Hey man, what's give me a tip, or give us a tip for not having or controlling your anger.
So So what we talk about, and we all do this, even myself, and it's pretty simple. But sometimes, especially when you're younger, your emotions, it's hard to control your emotions. I mean, even for adults. So a big thing that we talk about is take a deep breath, or 5 deep breaths, and guess what? Is that going to fix everything? No. But is it going to help a little bit? Absolutely. Is it going to probably save me from making like a rash decision or saying something I wish I hadn't have said? All right. Absolutely. I call it like putting yourself on timeout time, so I kind of take myself, I go to a quiet room, I take a couple deep breaths, and then I open up my eyes, kind of like the emptying our cup, it's like cups full of everything. I can't learn. I can't proceed if my cup's full to the brim. I empty my cup, I rise up, and then I'm like, okay, I'm ready to attack the day. So we always talk about like taking 5 deep breaths, easier said than done, but also kind of getting that time to just, I got to escape for a minute, take a couple deep breaths. All right. Focus in, and then I can go back at it.
I love that, man. I love that, bro. I definitely will be doing that. I do that right now. And I'm not the greatest, I'm not perfect. So that's definitely going to be something that I'll keep in mind and do when I need to empty my cup, because sometimes my cup is full.
Right. Totally.
So, are you guys taking on any new kids, new adults? Anyone? If so, where can we go online, or can we call you directly? How do you
Yeah,
handle it?
so you can check out Kovars.com. We have schools. We have 2 schools in Elk Grove. We have a school in Carmichael. We have a school in a couple schools in Roseville, and we have a school in Cameron Park, actually. And yeah, if you go to Kovars.com, our staff is super friendly. All of us have been together. So Mr. Kovar, it's called Kovars. Mr. Kovar is one of the best example setters that we've ever had. He's very, he talks to us on a weekly basis. He comes to the schools. He's like he definitely leads by example. If he tells you to eat good, guess what? He's doing it. If he tells you to exercise, he's doing it. So it comes all the way up from the top. It's kind of, we're glad that we have a role model like that, and it trickles all the way down. So yeah, if you go to Kovars.com, you could look us up, and call, and be happy to answer any questions anybody has. We're definitely taking new people. All of our schools rock, and when you come inside, you can like feel the energy. All right, all the schools have like a really good energy. And that's like one big thing to look for. And not just our school, but any school you go into is kind of like the energy when you walk in, you can kind of feel it. So that's one thing that we pride ourselves on.
I love it, man. So, hey guys, all the information will be below. If you have a kid, a child, or you yourself need some training or want to get in there and maybe just change your mindset, because I know mindset is huge. So give them a call, man. Patrick, Mr. Kelly, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Rico. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. You rock. Ooh, keep doing your thing.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Take care, everyone.
All right, man. Later.